I thought I was heading out to do a gardening story, and in a way, I was right. But in the heart of downtown Bend, I have to confess that I hadn't imagined what the garden would actually look like.
We basically just took that concept of fish providing nutrients for the plants and made it go vertical so we could grow as much per square foot as possible. We're growing about 6 times more per square foot than traditional farming in this warehouse because we're growing vertically.
There's our tip that this garden is different. Fish and gardens that grow vertically. Aquaponics isn't anything new to the world, but the commercial concept is new to our area.
And what happens is we have the nitrogen cycle going on here. So when those fish produce waste, that waste gets turned into ammonia. Bacteria come and turn that ammonia into nitrates for the plants. And then the plants really suck up those nitrates, and that's what they're growing off of. And it's the plants then clean the water for the fish, and it's a natural symbiotic relationship that happens naturally out in the wild. We're just doing it inside in a controlled environment.
The whole idea behind Volcano Veggies started from a scare.
My mother was diagnosed with cancer in 2010, and she wanted to find a way to fight that cancer naturally, and the only way experts agree is to eat more vegetables significantly reduces your risk of having, of getting cancer. At the time, me and my wife were living in Wyoming where you can't get fresh veggies at all 9 months out of the year. And so we wanted to come up with a way to grow year-round in towns where it's impossible to grow year-round outside. And that's what we saw that vision come to reality through Volcano Veggies this past year. Basically, these tubes are empty, and it's just a little sprinkler head that just drips the water on the roots gently. And so they're just getting a constant supply of water. Because the nutrients are in the water, it's water-based, they can absorb it way faster than it being in the soil. So we typically have a faster growing time too. Generally, it can take as little as 4 weeks to go from seed to harvest. And that's for a full head of lettuce.
Jimmy uses tilapia as his feeding source for Volcano Veggies. And for him, there is a good reason for that.
In nature, they live in high densities and they live in really murky water. So our water is about 1,000 times cleaner than what they're used to. And because they live in high densities in the wild, when they brush up against each other, they don't get infections. That's one of the big problems with farm trout and farm salmon is that in the wild, they don't live in such close proximity to each other. So when they get in farmed environments, they get a lot of infections and disease, and then they pump them full of antibiotics and stuff like that. So tilapia are very highly disease resistant, and they make a really good farmed fish if done properly.